Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Daily D. Today's topic is the struggle in business. Now, maybe you're not a business owner, but you should watch this because, well, you should just watch it. Let me share with you what I have to go through today. Now, this isn't a complaint. This is not a diary or a journal entry. This is me sharing something with you that's something that I have to go through as a business owner. And if you aspire to be a business owner or a leader or a manager in any company, you're going to have to go through this, and you might as well understand this now, so you know if it's for you or not. So right now I manage several companies, all of them pretty much in the financial services, or I have some real estate stuff, but most of my companies right now are going through some stressful times, and I know that, and it's not necessarily because I want them to, obviously not, but it's just because of what's going on in the world. There's just a lot of uncertainty in the world right now, from our tax industry and the codes and the changes to that, to the pandemic that has hit us with COVID, to now there's a weather, an inclement weather pandemic, if you will, in our world right now. And so there's just a lot of things going on. And as a business owner, the number one thing I do every day is I help to mold and shape and create things, right? And especially when it comes to people. I'm supposed to take somebody who's a baby star and turn them into a big star. I'm here to coach and mentor them to be successful in whatever position or career or path they're on. And in this challenge, if you will, I have to oversee the operations of business, from the back office to the front office, if you will. The back office being the financials, the front office being the customer experience, the relationships, the employee interaction, the team building. I have to handle all this, and on a daily basis, I'm challenged in both ways, right? There's a challenge from the customer perspective. There's an experience problem, there's a customer retention problem, there's a customer meaning sales problem, and then the back office, there's financial strains on the business. There's staffing, to be honest with you. There's staffing issues. There's the marketing challenges. There's so many aspects of a business. It's not just sales, although I wish that's what I could focus on in marketing. But as the business owner, my job, duty in every single way is to fulfill all needs of the business, not just one, not just two, all. And when you're in business for yourself, you don't understand that there's a lot of weight, or even a manager, there's a lot of weight on your shoulders. Now, I'm not here to complain about it. I actually am, love stress. I love the push. I love the strain that it puts on me. But one of the biggest challenges is helping and managing people. And I'll tell you this because it's the one thing that businesses fail at, and the one thing that people who are successful in business are good at. And if you ask any business owner, they're all going to tell you that people are their greatest asset or their biggest liability. And currently, I have a great team. I love my team. And I'm not going to tell you that there's not down times for them, or downfalls, if you will, but there's some for me too, right? I'm not perfect, and nobody is. But here's what I'll tell you. The biggest strain that I have right now is ensuring their safety and security at all times. It's the biggest stress that I've had. I haven't had stress on a lot of things, but this is the one thing that stresses me the most, because during the whole last year, a pandemic, a global pandemic of sickness and illness and COVID, I had to make sure and ensure that they're protected, and their safety, meaning they're healthy, they're protected. Because if I don't, then, well, obviously they're sick and things could happen, but their families, I'm entrusted to provide and help to make sure that their parents don't come home sick, right? Right now I'm trying to balance and juggle how I can help them through this weather pandemic. No power, electricity's out, right? Hungry people, right? I'm trying not to, right? I can't, I don't want to not pay people. I want to pay people, so I'm trying to figure out how to get them to work and how to get them to do things so that we can, of course, justify things. I mean, I'm not a nonprofit and I'm not a charity. I have to figure out how to generate revenue so that I can use that revenue to pay liabilities and to help, feed and provide to our team. So the biggest struggle is really never going to be financial in your business. If you think finances are the real struggle is how do you help people? And people are the people that you depend on because they depend on you. See, I tell my team every day that I don't show up for me, I show up for them. And I truly mean that. If you're in business for yourself today, a leader or a manager in a company, that's what you should show up for. You shouldn't show up just for the customers. In fact, one of my beliefs is not the customer's not always right. One of my beliefs is my employee, my team is always right. They're my customer. I have to fulfill for them. I want to create what I call customer for life, and that's my team. I want to fulfill them. I want to give them opportunities and things that they can help and feed their families at a higher level every single year. I don't ever want to go to somebody and say, well, you're going to be the same here forever if you stay here. I want to be able to say, because you stayed here, every year you will have an opportunity greater than what you had last year, or every day, if you will. You see, that's the struggle. How do I do that? Every day I have to constantly evolve my strategy for customer acquisition, for market share growth, for the creativity of the business, so that I can spark that growth that's going to feed their pockets, their families, and the opportunities that I want to provide to them. So that's my job. I'm an opportunity provider. I'm a provider in respect for many people. And I take that responsibility more serious than anything, more serious than my own needs, to be honest with you. I don't want anybody in our team to ever believe that I'm a selfish guy. And it's not because I'm trying to hide a selfish person. It's more so because I really am not. You know, I do believe that I can't help anybody until I help myself. I do believe that number one thing, until I provide to myself, I can't provide to others. But at the same token, I cannot sit back and just say all I have to do is make sure that I can eat. That's just not my style, and that shouldn't be any style of leadership. Leadership is by servitude. You know, it's for me serving others. So if you're in business, manager, a leader in an organization, when you understand this, what happens is you start showing up at a different level every single day. You don't show up for you. You don't just show up for your family. You show up for your team, because they are your family. They're the people that you depend on just as much as they depend on you. So if I didn't show up, what would happen to them? And if they didn't show up, what would happen to me? It is a mutual relationship, a partnership, a joint venture that we embark on every single day in business. And if you are struggling in any area of your business right now, if you're a business owner, it's typically because of people. And if you're struggling retaining people, attracting people, developing people, you probably have to work on you first. That's kind of an interesting approach, but that's probably what you have to do. Because you cannot help somebody that you can't help somebody do something you've never done before. So you have to figure out how to get you better, how to get you into a better place, in a better state. So let me end with this and just kind of wrap this up. Maybe you're on the other side of the coin. Maybe you're part of the team. You can take the same approach to what I'm saying, but from a team member perspective. It's the same thing. Your job and role and responsibilities to your team. Your job, role, and responsibilities to the person that employs you, the company that employs you. And yes, I know sometimes, just to be clear, even I'm sure my staff feels the way, that my team feels that way. Sometimes you feel undervalued, unappreciated, maybe disrespected, maybe not, the respected member of your team. But here's what I'll tell you, that in business as in life, life's just not going to be fair, and your emotions are going to play tricks on you. And that's one thing I know from all my experiences, that every time I've ever made a decision based on emotion, it has harmed me. Whenever I get into an argument, I use emotions to say something I shouldn't say. Whenever I go to a financial decision and I make the decision that just makes me feel good at the moment. So take some ownership of your feelings and disregard them, if you will. Buy in to a team, buy into your growth, buy in to helping others, because that's really what this is all about. Help enough people get what they want, and in turn, you will get what you want. All right, guys, I wish you nothing but health, wealth, success, but most importantly, my favorite word, freedom. Have a great day. Bye-bye.